Hey guys, so I got an 89 Civic SI, and here's the issue here. The issue is that, well, a few months ago, whenever we picked this thing up, it wouldn't start, and now we put a new fuel pump in it, and now it started. And it ran really good. It just surged when it idled, and well, we covered up some vacuums, and it idled better. But then the more I drove it, and keep in mind, this thing does not have a full exhaust. Okay, we bought this thing with basically, I'd say, half of its exhaust still there, because it was all just so rusty and broken off that it just decided to go. And well, I don't know if that could be the case for this, because there's no check engine light, and I don't even know if it works or not. I've been trying to see where the male connector is on the ECU on the passenger side right here. I looked under there, and there was nothing. I couldn't find it. I looked on the top right where usually they are for these old OBD0 Hondas, and this problem occurred, you know, out of the blue. It just shot right out of the blue. Nothing. We didn't even do anything. But I'll tell you something. I don't know if this has to do anything with anything, but sometimes I drove it around, and then it would just stop, and then it would just stop. It would almost die out, just stop in the middle. Like if you drove it long enough, it would just stop, almost die. But then when you started giving it gas, it would just burst on and go, just spring back to life. And it's idling really good right now. The idle isn't the issue here. The issue is the acceleration. Keep in mind, there's no check engine light, but it is heating up. But it won't hit past 3,000. I promise you, it won't hit past 3,000. It hits right about a little bit over 3,000, and then it just starts to basically redline at 3,000. It won't let me rev further than 3,000. And this is a problem with another Honda that I have, except it does show a check engine light, and it does do some of the things like this. And I'm wondering, what could it possibly be on this one, since they both have the same symptoms, but except this one doesn't idle surge like the other one. It idles pretty good. It's heated up now. It idles really good, and it shakes pretty dang hard too. And I don't know if it's the cat that's blocked up, because I heard a noise whenever I let it idle, a little rattling noise right under the car. And I don't know if that's the case here, that it just so blocked up that it just won't even let it drive normally. But it reeks of gas outside. It smells so bad. You just don't want to step outside whenever you get in this thing. It smells like a whole bunch of gas. But the fuel economy is also horrible on this thing. And you need to plug in a cable connector to the ground in the negative so you can start this thing up, because it won't even start up. It's definitely a bad ground, because once you plug it in the right way, it starts up. Well, it's a pretty hard start too. It starts up pretty hard. It cranks really slow, and it slowly starts to crank faster and faster until it starts. I don't know what it could be. So I really do hope it's nothing really big and, well, expensive, because we're trying to bring this thing back and not trying to spend too much money on it. So I hope one of y'all can tell me what the problem is with this thing, with this little car that I have, because this just happened out of nowhere. It just did this randomly. It sounded way different from whenever I drove it before. It sounded really different. See, look, just when I give it gas. Over 3,000. It won't do it. It won't do it. It doesn't die out though. It won't do it. It just won't do it. So I really do hope that I can get someone to look at this and tell me what is wrong with this thing. Because I'm planning for this to be my high school car. And well, you know, let's just hope it's just a little sensor, maybe just the cat that's blocking this. You can just easily wash it out and just pretend that like nothing happened, because, you know, you don't need to pass emissions on these. So thank you for watching the video, and just please leave anything that could be even useful. But if this is useful here, let me tell you something. We did a full tune-up on this thing. Spark plugs, rotor cap, rotor itself, yeah, distributor cap, rotor in the cap, and we did the wires, the spark plug wires, and it still sounded the same. There's no difference there's no difference at all. It still sounded the exact same. And but we did change something in the idle. The fuel pressure regulator was the problem, which was the reason why it kept dying and dying and dying and dying on us. So we replaced that, and it idles fine. But I just want to find out what the acceleration issue is, and if somebody could tell me, and that'd be great. No, we also did the fuel filter on it too. You know, I really do hope that somebody can get back and just tell me what's wrong with this thing, because it's been sitting for a while and I don't know what could be messed up on it, because one thing after another breaks on these old things. So it'd be great if somebody could tell me what could be possibly wrong with this thing. Thank you.